Hi, this is Dan Millen with Livernois Motorsport. Thanks for watching our videos. Today I've got a little unique vehicle. It's a 2020 Ford Expedition. This one happens to be the long version. Anybody watching this video, the vehicles that pertain to this will really be a 2018 Lincoln Navigator and a Expedition and newer. Pretty much since 2018, the only engine of choice in this truck has been a 3.5 liter EcoBoost, which is something we do a lot of tunes on F150s for, and frankly a lot of these trucks as well. We just haven't done a video, so that's what we're doing today. This thing's got the 10-speed in it. All the 18 and newers do with the 3.5. We've done all of our normal transmission improvements on the performance calibration, where it stops the whole skipping gears. People that have Expeditions might not know this, but driving normal, this thing, they go 1 to 3, 3 to 5, and then they start shifting every gear. So we fix all that stuff in the calibration. But one of the things I guess I wanted to point out is these things have an amazing calibration or performance calibration when you put a tune in it. You know, like the F150s are 50 to 70 horse. This thing right here is no different. So we at least wanted to talk about it. Another thing I think a guy with an Expedition or Navigator is going to have is they're probably not worried about racing somebody or, you know, quarter mile performance, but they are probably worried about how fast can this thing go from, let's call it 40 to 80 mile an hour. It's something I think anybody in this vehicle would probably appreciate. There's a couple other quirks about this truck that I really don't like that we fix. A lot of it is it's really neutered in the fact of torque management. It really makes this thing tough to drive. When you stand on it, it really is, it feels like it's missing something. So we fix a lot of that in the calibration. Currently, right now, this thing is bone stock. We haven't touched it. I did want to do a 40 to 80 mile an hour roll on the freeway, you know, merging on, because again, that's what I think the average person that has one of these is going to do, and it should be a pretty substantial difference noticing it driving this thing like that. So we're going to go ahead and jump on the freeway, see what it is stock. Then we're going to go ahead and put it in the dyno, see what the stock numbers are, and we'll report back. Okay, so we're just getting close on the freeway here. Going to try to do as good of comparison as a 40 to 80 as we can. It's on an on-ramp, so definitely doesn't have a ton of power. So not too bad. Well, we're going to go ahead now and put this thing in the dyno. We'll get the stock baseline results. Then we'll do this all over again with the performance tune in it. Okay, we're here with our 2020 Expedition, the long version. We got it in the dyno, and we're going to run 3 runs to baseline it. We'll see what this thing does, and we'll report back. So actually runs pretty good. Pretty similar to an F150 with the 3.5 in it. This thing's 338, 342, 341. So I guess pretty consistent, a little bit better than I would have expected. This truck does have 29,000 miles on the thing, so it's well broken in. So now we're gonna go ahead and put our tune in this thing. We'll load it up. We'll fill it back up with some 93 octane, and then we'll run our tune and we'll show you those results. Okay, so we put 93 octane in this thing. We're gonna go ahead and dyno it, do 3 more pulls just to see how consistent it is, and we'll see what happens. So not too bad. Looks like it's at a best of 426 and 468 foot-pounds. So we'll leave our best run on here. We'll put our best performance file versus our best stock file, and that's huge. So we're talking 85 horsepower gain. That's peak to peak. But if you look under the curve here, you know, if we look somewhere like 57, 5800, we're talking 286 to 416. So you're 120, 130 horsepower better. So not bad. I'm super impressed with it. So I'm gonna go ahead, just like we did stock, we're gonna do what this thing does from like a 40 to 80, something typical of a guy or a family that would have this truck getting on the freeway or something, see how much faster this thing is with the tune in it versus how it was stock. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. Thanks. Went ahead and did our dyno in this thing. It was super impressive. It was like 80 horsepower peak to peak, a little bit better than that after the peak and even before the peak. So really an overall really impressive gain on this Expedition, a lot more than I guess I thought it would be. We changed a lot of stuff in the tune. Just driving this thing now with the stuff we've changed makes it a whole lot more fun to drive. When you stab it, they stab the gas, it actually goes. There's no delay. Just runs a whole lot better. Something I think if you owned one of these things, it'd be a night and day difference going from stock to our performance tune. But you know, the real thing, like I said before, was when this thing did the 40 to 80 mile an hour, call it like passing on the freeway, you could just tell there was a lot to be gained stock. So we're gonna go ahead and do our 40 to 80 gain on this thing in about 2 seconds when we get on the freeway. substantially better. So it's definitely something I think you'd appreciate if you own one of these vehicles. The ability to get out of somebody's way, pass them, or some jackwagon that wants to beat you to the next light or something. Anyway, go on our website, livernoismotorsports.com. You can buy the tuner, it's there, and click the subscribe button, and thanks for watching.